What's up, guys? I am checking in. It has been a very good bit since we last spoke, all things RBC. So let's get into it. Coming up, the World Boxing Super Series. I know many of you have been asking me for that one. Not really needs to go much into this, except for the fact that you all pretty much know what's gonna go down. I mean, you're gonna have a bunch of good fighters go at it in what I think is the best use for this type of scenario, because what we have is two weight classes that feature the two greatest fighters the sport has ever seen. Cruzaro and Bogatti. No matter what you guys say about them, they carved out legacies for themselves, and they were dominant in their respective weight classes. Cruzaro being the biggest money draw the sport has ever seen, and Bogatti just dominated everything in his way with almost no resistance except for his last two fights. So let's talk about it. At welterweight, it's interesting because we'll get into the title fight in a second. But so far, what we've seen are a few good fighters. Let's start off with the first people. And at heavyweight, obviously, you guys pretty much know how that works. I mean, a few good heavyweight prospects that fill that spot, and maybe Guillermo Maldonado can carry it to the future. Maybe Tams King will fill that role. Maybe we'll get that trilogy fight for the belt. Who knows? So, heavyweight and welterweight. So, the first guy who was announced was Cody Taibo. Cody Taibo is one of my favorite fighters. I owe a lot to him. I do owe a lot to him for him to getting me in, because when I was at the UFC cleans, it was more of, doing media work. It's not really going anywhere. I realized there's this boxing stuff, and Cody basically helped me get into it, and I'm thankful for that, because that first gig in the RBC, it led me to RBC, and have not looked back since. All right, next. So thank you, Cody Taibo, for that. Julio Jackson, so that is Void Hunter. Void Hunter is interesting because I haven't really talked much about him. He's got a really nice record, but it can be deceiving. I don't know who he's fought, so really this is the big gauge test for him. I know he had a high-profile fight that ended up getting canceled, which was why he got that fourth win on his belt. So that's going to be interesting to see. I mean, having a record like that, you need to back it up, and this is the perfect place to do so. Another heavyweight coming in is the number 10 ranked heavyweight, a very interesting guy, Tony Valentino. Good character, obviously. Had not seen him much in the ring. Another place where these people can shine. Maybe he can get a few good wins, or God forbid, win the whole thing. That'd be crazy. But there's a chance of that happening. Salih Sal. Probably the welterweight with as much to prove as any fighter on this bracket. Because Salih Sal has a pretty nice record. I'm going to go check to see where he is. I know he's at welterweight. He is not on the pound for pound list. So he ends up at about number 6 at a 2-0 record. So fairly new, but he's been here for a good bit. So he knows his way around the ring. He's a veteran. He got a very impressive win over Biloxi Pacquiao that was very, very close. Probably why he's above him in the rankings. That's nice to see. Excited for him in the future as well. Okay, next let's go to Leo Lennox. He is still undefeated. I want to know, I think. A lot of hype's been made about him. Here's a guy who can really shine, who does have a chance to do something great. It depends on who he's facing in the first round, which I don't know how that's going to work yet, but we'll see how that pans out. Another guy to look out for. Biloxi Pacquiao. So expectations for Biloxi. You need to take the next step. Biloxi Pacquiao is one of the better volume punchers in the game. He really is a very offensive-based guy. He does struggle with accuracy a lot of times, and he does throw. However, he's shown results many times. I think he is very flawed. However, you're talking about the guy who's a former world champion in MMA, so the sky's the limit for this guy. We'll see where he goes. Just finding a camp, that's all I got to say, man, and I'm rooting for him in this tournament. I like Biloxi a lot. Jakub Jankowski. Probably going to be a very high seed in the tournament, maybe even the 1 seed. Tough to say based on his last 2 fights. He got just starched by Cruzar, which I don't even know if we can talk about that fight with that asterisk being there anymore. But then his fight against Casper was just odd. I mean, does this format does not suit him anymore? No, I don't think so, because he dominated against SSI, who's one of the most capable welterweights in the world. Is it a matchup issue? Was he just off that night? Because he didn't come out with the aggression I thought we would see. But okay, let's not doubt Jakob because this guy's proven us wrong before. We questioned his power may have gone away a little bit, but we questioned a lot. Is that gonna translate to welterweight? Is his dominance gonna translate to welterweight? The dude dominated Vet Davis pretty easily, and he destroyed SSI. SSI, guys, still is one of the best fighters in the world, and what confirmed that was his dominance over Drew Garcia. So that's obvious at that point. So Jakob does have a shot at winning this tournament, which would be great for his career. World title opportunity, world titles on the line. You get that trophy in your hands. I think he did win it. I'm not going to be certain on that, though. Let's go to heavyweight. Verd Ali. First of all, Verd Ali and Thor Rashad need to be on your minds, guys. They are big time. They're here. The Rashad family is here to stay, whether you like it or not. They are here. So, looking at this, I don't see him currently. He's heavyweight. Guess he's not on the rankings. I didn't see him on there. No, he's a number 6 ranked. Yeah, Verd Ali, the Rowdy Saudi. Verd Ali's another interesting case of a fighter. We will see how he does in the tournament. Don't have much to say about him, except his training camp is good. He's ready. He's got good sparring partners. We'll see where he goes. Let's see what he can take advantage of. Rashid Khan. Guys, it's really tough to talk about Rashid Khan at this point, because you could talk about the losses, but he had a great career. You're trying to get that back. This is a very good opportunity to. We'll see what changes he makes. He's number 9 ranked heavyweight in the world still. He's very, very good at what he does. 3-6. He's fought some world-class guys. Two of those losses have come to a former champion in Gabriel Maldonado. So don't forget that. And he beat him once. So come on, man. Give him that respect. And now a pound-for-pound guy who, number 9 ranked in the world. You guys know him as Harry Golovkin. Harry Golovkin has a shot to win this tournament. He might be the prohibitive favorite. Jakob is close up there for what we have been given so far. That is definitely a possibility. But Harry Golovkin right now is the favorite in my opinion. I mean, you're talking about a guy who has been so good in the ring. He dominated against Myron Yeager with pretty much ease. I mean, if we didn't talk about the fight that much, it means he just took care of business. I mean, he absolutely did. And he's still one of the most entertaining fighters going to this day. And we will get to another topic of his later, so we will get to that. Back to that. Alfie Williams Jr., another guy I am very, very excited about. He is emerging as a star. He is emerging as a legitimate guy. He is number 7 in the pound-for-pound rankings, 3-4-1. Not the best record, but he has a chance to do it right here. Get some wins on his resume. We will see how far he goes in the tournament. He's a sleeper pick. So, that just happened. Let's talk about the next news. Very, very, very important news. We'll get into side feds in a little bit. Nigeria. RBC Africa, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't it a great thing? Finally, we have RBC Africa. I have clamored for very many things in the RBC. I was excited when we went to Australia. I want to go back to Wembley. I was excited when we went to New York City at Yankee Stadium. And Japan was a great arena. This might be the most intrigued I've been for any venue in the RBC. Not just because it's RBC Africa, we're trying to capitalize on that hype and that title. I like this idea. First of all, the stadium is amazing, huge, packed. I will look at the is it the Mashoud Abiola? Hang on. Let's see how much the capacity is for this place. So capacity is 60,000. 60,000 have a chance to be in attendance. It's a big stadium, guys, and it's going to be a blast. Let's go next to the main event. And guys, this is a main event. Welterweights once again collide because we can't have middleweights or heavyweights headlining pay-per-views anymore. Besides, this is the fight we wanted to see since New York City. Since we had that asterisk put on there basically every fight, even though it didn't need to be. It's Casper and Khalid. We have the fight again, ladies and gentlemen. My question is, do you want to see it? I do, for reasons because I just want closure. And I think we have a chance to get a trilogy here. Casper De Vries has a chance to become a huge star. He did it against Jakub Mikowski. That was a shocking upset. But he clearly won the fight. That much is obvious. But he's emerging, guys. He's winning these tight fights. He challenged Khalid. And Khalid, whether you guys like it or not, you will show up to see him. Some of you may not like Khalid Rashad, but there's no doubt in my mind, you either want to see him win or you want to see him lose, and that's why you show up. He is probably the second or third biggest draw in the sport, if we count Cruzaro. Without Cruzaro, he may be first or second, depending on how you feel about guys like Ozzy Devine and Notorious Jones Jr. We build fights like him, and this fight is not going to be as big as his previous fights. But why shouldn't it be? There's a great story to be told here. Casper De Vries is a longtime veteran who hasn't got that title opportunity yet, just until now. He had to go through the fire, guys. He barely lost to Khalid in the 5th round. He took him into deep waters. No one has done that except for the Golden Boy. And then he shows out, and I'm very sure he destroys Vet Davis. He goes in a very high-profile fight against Jakub Mikowski. This is a fight where Jakub's expected to get that title shot once again. Oh, Lord and behold, he wins the damn fight. So now he has a title shot. So he has a chance to prove to everyone that he's championship material, and I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out as the favorite. Whereas Khalid Rashad, he's out in Hollywood making movies. His last few fights, they've been close. His last fight against Drew Garcia, Drew won the first 2 rounds. He had to come back and win the fight, so you're doubting his abilities now. We know Casper, if more time, could have won the fight. If the damage wasn't screwed up, what outcome could we have seen? So it's all about Khalid right here to silence the critics. I'm telling you guys right now, you need to pay attention to this fight. We need to talk about this fight. I will be opening up any discussions, and I will probably do a bunch of podcast episodes before the fight goes down. But yeah, that's what I'm here to see. I'm very excited for that one. I can't wait. Next, not as important, but it's another. Speaking of Drew Garcia, takes on Dan Bivol. The winner gets into the World Boxing Super Series. What do you guys think about this? Personally, the fight's good. I think Dan Bivol is a very underrated guy, and I've seen him with great success. I think in PBC boxing, which I should probably get into, he looked just wow. Yeah, so, we'll see what he does. I think I just went on a little rant there. I don't remember. But Drew Garcia, guys, could have a chance to get back in the mix. Remember, he was very close to he was 1 round away from tying with Khalid, and maybe if he kept going, he could have won the fight. I don't know. Let's keep going. Another big topic, and this one will surprise you. A rare occurrence by Raymundo Hearn. Let me let me put it in quotes. It turns out my math is wrong, and Notorious Jones Jr. versus Harry Golovkin from RBC 12, which is scored up as 52-51, has had further investigations, and it appears that the judges, I swear it wasn't me, can't do math and added up the scores wrong. The scores are 51-51, meaning it has ended in a draw. NJJ moves up to 10-3-1, and Harry moves to 5-1-1. Any judge slander will not be tolerated. If this prick has not scored, didn't have the scorecard, this never would have been. The only slander I'm expecting is Harry Halak. Okay, anyway. Alright. I'm very, very intrigued. Personally, I don't know if... I don't remember. I remember the fight, clearly. But I don't know if I can tell you who won the fight. It seemed to go NJJ's way, and I think many people thought NJJ won the fight. And this may be my bias coming out. I don't know who won the fight. I'll leave it at that. We'll have a more in-depth conversation about this. I may make a video at some point. But I'm just saying, out there, that happened. And we also got a lot of new federations. So the side fed extravaganza is coming back. Obviously, we'll get in the EFC in the future, because that is also a very big deal. They've had a few... Let's see match results. Yeah, nothing too big yet, but we'll get into that later. So IBO has been started by Harry De La Hoya. Harry Golovkin, for God's sake. That just happened. Can't wait to get into IBO. That's going to be very exciting. I'm very hyped up about that. I don't know who won. I don't know if they had an event. Okay, so that's obviously happening. I think IBO is a great idea. I've known about it for a while. You know, it's a fun idea. I can't wait to see where it goes in the future. I think it is linked to RBC. We'll see. So Top Rank Boxing. Don't know who that is. Who owns the federation? That's also a pretty cool thing they're doing there. Misfit Boxing. So you got an event coming up this weekend. I like the promotion that they're doing. So tomorrow they're going to be doing a media workout. Very, very interesting. Yeah, I think it's just a media workout. On Thursday they will be doing a press conference, which I probably will be there for. They will be doing the weigh-ins on Friday, September 30th. I probably won't be there. And if I can make it Saturday, I will be there for the event. So that's going to be fun. So Garcia versus Sal, I think, is the main event. Garcia, peace. He's fighting twice? Okay, bro. If you don't notice yet, I am looking at a camera right now, and... okay, bro, I guess we're going that route. Okay, anyway. And then we have Bolt X Misfit Series 1, Triple Paul versus Antonio Lopez. So I guess we're just doing YouTube boxing now. Whatever. I'm so upset. Now, the Antonio Lopez experience continues. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got another one. Yes, indeed. Icon is back in the boxing promotion scene. And he has created what should be a great card. And what is that fight on October 29th? The world is watching. Aussie Divine versus Casper De Vries. Oh, man. You just went off with a bang. So, I guess that's what's happening. Two of the best fighters in the world, they do not have belts. Casper De Vries, he beat Jacobi and Kowski, which is obviously going to be that. He's that guy now. And Aussie Divine, we all know who he used to be, the RBC champion. So we'll see what happens right there. But tune in to VIP 1. That is going to be very, very intriguing. I don't give a damn what's on the rest of the freaking card. And then you got Jax versus Julio, Void Hunter. Those are two badass fights. So tune into that. So guys, I think we're pretty much done here. Unless, ooh, wait a minute. I think we have some news on the IRBC area. IRBC will be the return live from Wembley Arena. So get ready for that too. I want to get a shout out to IRBC because obviously that basically started up my career. Um, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you very much. If you are looking for first aid content, what will most likely happen is if I am not free for the next few days, Janderson Silva will be making an episode that I will post on this channel. We'll see how that goes. RCC content will be coming very soon. I will not be doing the first bloodcast on it until I get more information about it, learn more about it. If you want to be on the podcast, just let me know. Obviously, I'll have to know whether or not you are interested. I don't want to say that. Obviously, I need to know if you're worthy to be on it, personally. That's basically what I'm saying here. So tune in to RCC this weekend. Big fight night right before the pay-per-view. We have Fight Night 12 E-Reset versus Moises. Tune into that one. IBO. They're coming with great events coming into the future. VIP, obviously, Divine versus DeVries, October 29th. I will be talking more in depth about that fight very soon. And we also have the big welterweight title fight, October 8th. I will be there. You should be there. It is Khalid Rashad versus Casper DeVries 2 in Nigeria. RBC Africa, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a fucking blast. Signing out, and bye, everybody.